special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.
Shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. Bam, 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 boom, boom. Appreciate the support. 33, man. 33 years of prison stories. We right there on 80K, man. 80K. It's been a long grind, a hard grind, man, but we've been doing it together. So salute to everybody who done hit that subscribe button. Salute to everybody, man, that's locked into this program, man, that support this movement, because that's what we trying to do, man. We trying to elevate and educate. We trying to get this thing as big as it can get so it can reach as many people as it can reach, man. So I appreciate everybody who support me and everybody who rock with me. Tell a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Get them over here with us. If you like it, they probably like it. You know, if you like it, they love it. If you dig it, they probably dug it. You understand? So let's get it going, man. Oh, man, today, man, I had to talk about this because, you know, it was on my mind. But, man, this was a crazy situation, which will give you some insight to what goes on in them prisons, man, especially between you know, female officers and you know, convicts or inmates or whatever you may want to call them. But I can remember the situation that I came across, man, with this female sergeant, right? Now, I don't want to call her name because I'm quite sure a lot of people know who she is. She was kind of popular, you know, just because of her looks and her body. She had a great body. It ain't no ands ifs or buts about that. Probably the best body on the compound. And she was an attractive lady, but she was a sergeant, and she was mean as a rattlesnake. And a lot of times you get them, you know, them female officers in a man prison, and they are somewhat attractive or whatever. They try to go even extra harder to be mean or to be, you know, nasty just to keep dudes up off of them. You know, so it's more or less a facade in a way, but they do that a lot, man. You know, when I look back on my memory, most of them that had, you know, anything going for them as far as looks, they was usually mean and, you know, standoffish and rude and smart out the mouth. She was all the above, you know what I'm saying? She was all the above. She felt like she was privileged to be in there, you know, and dudes, you know, should be, you know, ecstatic just to see her. So that's how she felt. And she loved getting smart with dudes, running her mouth, saying, popping all crazy stuff. Okay. Now, with that being said, this is how her attitude was. But at the same time, you know, I say this and I've said it over and over again. I don't care who you are. I don't care which woman it is. I don't care, you know, what their status is. If you put them around thousands of dudes, and they are heterosexual, it is going to be impossible for them not to be attracted to somebody. It is just impossible. I just don't see it. The odds mathematically impossible. The odds don't even make that, you know, logical. So they can act all they want to. They can profess to be professional all they want to. They can come in there with a mindset all they want to of doing it this way or doing it that way. But that don't necessarily mean that that's the way it's going to go. You understand me? And they're going to see somebody. And if that person reciprocate those feelings, those attractions, then, you know, it's a tug of war from that point on. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was rumored, you know, that she was, you know, first it was rumors that she was messing with, you know, other sergeants or lieutenants or people in administration or what have you, which wouldn't have been too far-fetched to believe. You know, but then rumors started coming out of her, you know, fooling around with, you know, a convict or inmate, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of stays in the radar of just the, you know, convict and inmate talk. It usually dudes will keep that away from the administration, even if they feel like they cool with the police. They won't say it because they don't never know what type of ears is in the cornfield. If you could be call yourself cool with the CO and you tell him, oh, you think such mess with such, you know, he may want him. So he may get jealous and go whisper in somebody's ear, and then, you know, the whole thing will collapse. So it'd be a lot of, you know, that type of stuff going on, that backstabbing and everything like that, and hating and jealousy. So a lot of dudes will keep that away from him. So, but it was circulating amongst the, you know, the convicts, right? But the thing about it is, the dude that it was circulating that she was messing with was supposedly, you know, he had a sketchy reputation. You know what I'm saying? Like, he, you know what I'm saying, he be dipping and dabbing on both sides. You know, so he'll mess with the boys, and you know what I'm saying, as well as he like the women. So when you know somebody is like that, or you heard somebody's like, you don't never really know, because people put bad rumors on you. So I don't want to just give them that, but it had been said about him for a long time. So when you know that, then you kind of suspicious, because you don't know if he is messing with her, and then she don't know his history, whatever could be going on. You know, that's crazy. So you have to take that in consideration as well. Now, I remember, you know, from what I heard, it was going on for a while, and then, you know, same thing. Like I said, that hey, somebody went to her and told her about him supposedly, you know, indulging in those type of activities, you know, along the way, and she went ballistic. You know what I'm saying? She, from my understanding, she went ballistic. You know, screaming on the dude, you know, threatening him, did a lot of other stuff to him, which more confirmed that they was probably, you know, doing something, indulging in some type of, you know, activities, you know, extracurricular activities. You know what I'm saying? Because they had the opportunity because of her job and because of the job position that she put him in. So it was highly likely that they was doing what they wanted to do. So, but once she heard that, I heard she screamed on him and, you know, got him fired, and, you know, told him she didn't want to don't be around me no more, all this type of stuff. Now, when you at the mercy of one of these COs, no matter who they are, male or female, then you in a vulnerable position, because they can do anything they want to do to you, because they can say anything or accuse you of anything, and it's a lot you gonna get, you know, found guilty. It's a lot that they gonna believe them, no matter what it is. Now, he could turn around and say, oh yeah, well, she just saying that because we was doing this, that, and the third. If he ain't got no concrete proof, that's gonna fall on deaf ears. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna fall on deaf ears, which goes back to tell y'all what I said about it's real dangerous when you get to mess with them COs. Everything that glitter ain't gold. You know what I'm saying? It might look good, but it might not be good for you. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of reasons. But one of the reasons is, like I say, if they turn on you, you have no, you know, you ain't got nothing to protect you. You know, you could get a bad name on you, man, a bad charge on you, like sexual harassment or sexual advancement, or even worse, just by word of mouth, just because if they say it. You see what I'm saying? So it's a dangerous game, man. But I say all that to paint this picture. This was what I knew about the person. Now they had, you know, maid sergeant or whatever, and they was working in our building. They moved down to our building. So dudes was a little skeptical about it, because, like I say, she got a smart mouth. You got a lot of dudes in there, they ain't going for that smart mouth. They don't care if you're a female or male officer. They not going for it. You disrespecting them, belittling them, talking down to them. They just not going for it. Whatever they got to go through, if they got to get a charge, or they straighten you, to verbally straighten you, or whatever. It's some dudes that will physically straighten you. It all depends on who the person is. But you got dudes that's like that. You know, and I'm like that. I'm not going to just let you just, you know, disrespect me or talk down to me just because of the position you in and the position I'm in. I'm not going to allow that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always standing up for myself, because might not nobody else do it. So I got to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm you know, I volunteer to stand up for me. So she started working our building, man. And like I said, it was a problem off the rip, because she started coming in there screaming at lockup time, count time, and coming in there acting like she just running everything. Hey, what y'all doing still out? Hey, lock these doors. Lock these doors. Get all these doors. Like, man, get to yourself. She one of them type. You know what I'm saying? What you say? You can go to jail. I can get you locked up. I ain't got time to be talking to you. Get to your cell or get locked up. You know what I'm saying? She you know, she really like ultra aggressive. You know what I'm saying? So that created a lot of problems. But excuse me, it was a double-edged sword because dudes wanted to look at her for eye candy. You know what I'm saying? Dudes wanted to look at her for eye candy, but dudes ain't like her attitude. You know, we all locked up. You know the count. You know the scenario. We all deprived of women, and and we ain't getting no whole lot of good specimens to look at. With what be working in there. So when they got a good one, and especially if she got a nice body, dudes want to see her. They want to see her, but it was like I say, it was love-hate. They want to see her, but they didn't want her to run them out. You know what I'm saying? So it was more so like that. So I ain't really never say nothing to her because I try to stay away from them type of people. I try to stay away from anybody that's gonna be, confrontational, especially if they got a uniform on, because it's gonna end bad. It's always gonna end bad. So I try to stay in my lane and keep it moving. We had minimal interactions, just by walking by, speaking, or saying something, just staring at somebody. She got a habit of doing that too, like staring you, try to intimidate you or whatever. But nothing major. But as y'all know, I be whipping up that pure deliciousness. You know what I'm saying? I be cooking. So I can remember I was cooking, man. I was making meal for me. My two little brothers, we had all put in. You got to put in. You got to put in. So we all put in, and I was preparing, the meal, man. I think I was making a pizza or something. So in order to do that, you need certain things in prison. You got to make a pizza board, out of cardboard or whatever, just to be able to put it in the microwave and stabilize it. You got to have little bags, little trash bags or something to shape the food and da-da-da-da. You got to clean the bag, all this type of stuff you got to do. But anyway, all of this stuff too is contraband. You know what I'm saying? The cardboard is contraband, the bags is contraband. Everything we got to use to some extent is contraband. Right? But it's small, it's petty. You know what I'm saying? Everybody do it. They know it. They ain't made no arrangements or nothing to stop us from getting this type of stuff. These bags, these cardboard. They ain't made no arrangements to stop us from getting this type of stuff. So it couldn't be that serious that y'all want to, it all depends on who the officer is. They want to give you a charge for it. They want to write you up, contraband, this, that, and the third. But we can't get this stuff if y'all don't have it somewhere where it can be got and it can be given to us or sold to us or whatever, and we can use it. You know what I'm saying? So it's something small, but most officers are overlooking. They don't care because they see it every day in every block. So she want to come in this particular day when we preparing the food, more or less. I'm preparing the food, so I got the whole table covered up. And I'm whipping up this food, doing what I do, putting that, pure deliciousness in effect. And here she come, boom, side door open. She come in there, she want to, look around, talk, try to, impose her will on people or whatnot. And she happened to come over to the table and start looking. I don't say anything. I'm just steady making the food. I don't say nothing. I look up, I acknowledge it, whatever. Two dudes speak to her, whatever. How you doing, size? Woo, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, So then she just automatically say, who got all this stuff on the table? What I tell y'all about bringing these bags out and using these bags? This bags is contraband. What I tell y'all about that? That's how she came off the rip, which I was already starting to, I ain't say nothing. I'm doing my thing. And they said, oh, no, son, we just making food. I don't care. Y'all don't bring that stuff out here. I tell y'all something, y'all better pay attention to what I say. I done told y'all about doing this. You know what I'm saying? Then get this stuff up. I don't care about that food. Throw it away. Get this stuff up off the table right now. Man, I look over at her, man, and I stop making the food. And they like, come on, Saj, calm down, calm down. And she like, ain't no calming down. Did you hear what I say? But when she say, did you hear what I say? She looked right at me, right? Did you hear what I say? Like I was supposed to get it up because I'm the one that's making. Man, I looked straight at her. I said, man, who you think you talking to? She said, what? What you mean I'm talking to you? You the one over here cooking on this stuff. Who you know who I'm talking to? I said, man, shh. Yeah, I said, you better check yourself, man. What? I said, man, y'all go ahead. Y'all can have this, throw it away, do whatever. I'm gone, man. I'm going to say, now you gonna get this up. I said, I ain't getting nothing up. Period. I done told you I'm not getting nothing up. You got the right idea, but the wrong dude. I ain't getting nothing up. I'm going to my cell. You know what I'm saying? She said, okay, yeah, go ahead to your cell. Go ahead to you, because you going to jail. I said, I don't care. I don't care nothing about that, man. You got me twisted. And they like, calm down, Sergeant. It ain't that serious. We gonna get it up. We can get up. The other dude. So she was like, no, don't worry. He want to run his mouth. I said, and I, you know, against my, you know, use my better judgment, but I wanted to just, you know, rip into her verbally like I don't know, but I was, you know, using my better judgment. I just looked at her just like, yeah, all right. And I went to the cell, got my cell door open, went on in the cell. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was mad as I don't know what. As mad as a junkyard dog, right? Because she coming up in here trying to handle a dude for something that petty, and she know it's petty. She just trying to get some attention. She trying to get some attention and exude her authority. So, man, I'm up in that joint, I'm filming. I'm mad as I don't know what. So, about 10 minutes later, she come walking by the cell, doing a little round. She stopped by the cell, and I see her. I could feel her presence, you know, without turning around. So she bang on the door. I look back at her and she said, you ain't got your stuff packed up yet? You going to jail. I said, yeah, okay, well, come on with it. I ain't tripping. Let them pack it when they get here too. You know what I'm saying? She said, okay, I got you. I got you. So she rolled on out. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, I thought I was going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Because she got the power to do that. I thought I was going to jail, but I won't tripping because I know I ain't do nothing that warrant going to jail. It don't even warrant going to jail because you got some contraband using the bags and the cardboard. That don't even warrant going to jail. It's just a contraband charge. So, but I know, like I say, with the power and the position that they in, they can do what they want to do. I have long since had learned that. So if she said I was going to jail, I felt like I was going to jail. So I started packing up my stuff, showing up. But I was telling her that I'm going to let them pack it. But I'm going to pack up my own stuff to make sure everything is in order and I get what I'm supposed to get. Although I had a good seller at the time. I won't. As a matter of fact, I think my seller was Cody. Shout out white boy Cody. I think my seller was Cody. So I'm like, boom, it's all good, you know what I'm saying? So boom. So I get my stuff packed up. Yeah, it was Cody, because Cody was like, boom, when he came in, like, man, what's going on, man? You got... I said, man, oh, bro, trying to lock me up, man. She trying to be all funny. You know how she get coming here showing off this, then the third, you know. And Cody like, yeah, she got that big old butt, so she thinks she run everything because she know dudes looking at her. She just want attention. I said, that's all she want, you know. So boom. So I got my stuff all packed up and everything, man. And then later, this was the evening time. The last count come around before the shift changed. So I'm waiting for the people to come get me. They don't never come get me. The shift come around, change and everything, and they gone. So I'm like, man, here it is. She done made me pack up all this stuff, and here it is. She snatching. I ain't even, you know, because I know she really ain't had no reason to lock me up. But like I said, she could have. But so I'm like, man, this is crazy. So boom, I start unpacking my stuff. Once the shift changed, ain't nobody comes. So I got no charge. I'm going to jail, whatever. I knew, you know, the gig was up. So the next day, she come to work. She come walking around, stop at my door. Like I say, I'm sitting down there by my bunk, and I'm writing, and I can feel people presence behind me, man. You know, it's a prison thing. You can feel people presence behind you. So I felt the people presence. So the way I got my cell position, I can look this way when the door is this way, but we got a mirror or something right there, and the window, and I can see the reflection. I know if somebody at the door. So I can clearly see that somebody at the door, but she tapping on the door. I don't turn around. She tap a little harder. I still don't turn around. She said, I know you know I'm at this door. So I turn around. I said, what's up? She said, yeah, you got away yesterday. I went ahead on the side not to lock you up, but I should have locked you up with the way you was talking to me. I said, yeah, okay. She said, that's all you got to say? I was like, yeah, what else you want me to say? I get the energy that I get. I was talking to you like you was talking to me. You can talk to them like that all you want. It don't make me no difference. I ain't got nothing to do with them. But you ain't going to be talking to me like I'm a child. I'm a grown man. And if you speak to me like a grown man, you going to get a response of a grown man. But if you speak to me like I'm a fool, you're going to get a fool's response. She just looked me up and down like this, like, I said, yeah. So, you know, give respect, you know, and you'll get it. And she said, yeah, well, that's what I want. I want respect. I said, okay. So what's up? I'm going to jail or what? She was like, nah, you all right? And walked away, right? Cody would tell you himself. After that day, man, that woman started coming up there every day, coming to my cell. You know what I'm saying? Now she acting nice. Now she acting friendly. Now she want to pull me out the cell and take me in the office and talk to me. Now she want to talk personal stuff. So now I'm green as a pool table 4 times square this time because I'm in the penitentiary. I ain't trying to get in no trouble. I've been out on the street. I know when a woman is attracted to me, or I think I do. You know what I'm saying? But you never know. I think I do. But once you done been in prison for a while, it's like you kind of like remove that, you know, those senses from your conscience because it ain't nobody checking for you in prison. So you ain't got to be wondering, ain't nobody really checking for you. So it was seeming like to me, I'm like, man, I think she's shooting her shot at me. You know what I'm saying? And I remember talking to Cody and stuff about it. I'm like, man, yeah, she trying to, and Cody was already on it. Cody's like, man, she trying to get at you. She trying to get at you. So then the rumors started coming back, but man, you remember they said she was messing with such and such and such. Boom, then that light bulb went off in my head. I'm like, yeah, no matter what going on, I don't want no parts of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no parts of it because of the fact that, first of all, she unstable, she'll snap out at any time. Plus, the rumors about her messing with certain people. So I'm like, yeah, but like I say, that puts you in a funny position because she got the power. You know what I'm saying? She could turn around and say anything and have me, you know, sent up the river for some foolishness that I don't have no knowledge of or had nothing to do with. That's the power that they have, especially her being a supervisor. So it was coming to a head now because every day, this is what she started doing. Every day before her shift, she started coming on her shift early, about 30 minutes before her shift, and calling me out and talking to me. And people could see it now. You know what I'm saying? So it was obvious that she liked me. And in the conversation that we was having, I knew she liked it. But man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I was nervous, pervers. Now, I'm still not gonna lie to you. Was I attracted to her? I thought she was very attractive. You know what I'm saying? Very attractive. Irregardless of her nasty attitude, because she won't displaying that when she was talking to me. Now, you know, people come to work in those prisons and they'll give you a whole characteristics of their self that's not even how they act for real. That's just how they act with us. So she was showing me her other side, how she interact with her, you know, colleagues or whatnot. And it was a whole different person. But at the same time, all this stuff in my head, I'm like, nah. You know what I'm saying? And man, it was just a crazy situation. Then it came down to, she actually was let it be known that, you know, she was trying to get the business, you know what I'm saying? She was trying to get the old banking business, man. And I was like, oh, man. And then I was procrastinating so much and acting like woo. And I mean, like, she could do it. She could set it up. I mean, all of that part was easy. It was just, if I just wanted to participate, she could make it happen. She had the power to make it happen. Man, I was procrastinating and everything to the point where she got to ask me, you know, was I scared? You know what I'm saying? Or did I like women or whatever? I'm like, man, is you tripping? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, of course. You know, and nah, I ain't scared, but I was. You know what I'm saying? But the questions that she was asking was letting me know. She was more or less pressing me. Like, well, when you want to, you know, and I'm like, oh, man. And I was scared because, like I said, who she was and the rumors in my head about what was going on. So then dudes was more or less getting hip to what was going on, and they was getting jealous. They was getting mad. They started creating arguments with her. Then she fussing and locking dudes up for getting smart with her and running their mouth. And now I'm all in the middle of this because they looking at it like I'm connected to her. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm trying to disconnect. You know what I'm saying? Because I can see now that this is going down here and it's going to have me in a world of, you know what I'm saying, poop. And I ain't want nothing to do with it. So, man, this is the craziest thing of all, man. So I was trying to figure out how to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? How to get out of it and not look like, you know, I was scared or woo, but I was trying to figure out a way to get out of it. And man, I knew her ego. I knew how she act. I knew her, and I knew her a little better than because I had been talking to her on a personal level. So I knew her ego. I knew personal stuff about what was going on with some of these sergeants and lieutenants, and you know, I knew this stuff from talking to her. So we was having good conversation though. And that was enough for me. It was cool. It was a relief. It was it was an outlet. But you know, I I won't jumping in that other arena, man, because I now was the need there astronomically, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta be a critical thinker, man. I ain't got but one life, and I'm already in the hole for that. I'm in prison, you know what I'm saying? Don't know when I'm gonna get out. So I gotta make every move I make a calculated move. I gotta be a move towards, you know, my survival, my possible return to society. You know, so this is what I'm thinking on, you know what I'm saying? But man, I was trying to think, and I was like, boom, and she just kept pressing me and coming up there and pressing me. And then I was going in the visiting room on the weekends, and if she worked on the weekends, she was popping up in the visiting room just to see who was coming to see me. And I could see it. She over there just looking and trying to act like she just coming in there speaking to people. She was down on me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, then when I see her later on, she's like, who is that that came to see you? And all of this type of stuff. I'm like, what? You know, it was crazy, man. So then it got to the point where she was more or less saying, I mean, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? Is you gonna do this or not? If you scared, just let me know. If you scared, I ain't gonna be bothering you about this. You know what I'm saying? I know you want to do it, so what you gonna do? Is you scared? Just tell me you scared. So, man, I said one thing that changed everything. Everything. And it was really, to me, it was more of a procrastination statement. To procrastinate a little longer, but it turned out to be what I needed to say to get out of the situation. And the most simple thing I said was, okay, yeah, we gonna do it, but can you bring some protection? And when I said that to her, if you could have seen her face, like, what? Like, what? You think something wrong with me? You the one locked up. It could be something wrong with you. You could be in here messing with men, and you. I said, oh no, you got me twisted. You look, you already know that ain't true. But why would you say that about me? What make you think that about me? What would make you think you need? I said, why is that a bad thing for me to ask that anyway? What makes that bad? I mean, that's just for both of us. No, you saying it like something wrong with me. You listening to them old fake rumors and going. So she had heard all about this stuff already. Man, she went ballistic. I could not calm her down. I couldn't, get nothing. She would, get out, just get out the office. Get out. And I'm like, all right, it's all cool. No, get out. So I'm like, man, let me get up out here, man. People start looking over that, so let me get up out here before I get late. I ain't say nothing slick or nothing. I left. Man, from that point on, I was like, ostracized. I was like, public enemy number one. I mean, she looked at me, she had this scorn on her face and just walked by me, wouldn't speak to me, wouldn't, catch my eye and just turn her head. She ain't want nothing to do with me, ain't had nothing else to say to me, none of that. It was over, dead, just like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, but now, I'm terrified because I think, man, she gonna cross me up. She gonna cross me up because she know that I know certain stuff personal about her, but I think she know too, just from talking to me, the type of character I was. No matter what, I won't go reveal that because that ain't my character. She could have went and told a lie on me. I won't go say, well, look, she lying because I know this about her. I know this. I know what she live. I know what she drive. I wouldn't have never did that. Even if she would have crossed me, I wouldn't have did. That's just my principles. I wouldn't have did it. And I think she knew that just from the conversations that we had. So I felt like, man, she might try to get me. You know what I'm saying? She might try to get me. She might try to test that theory, but I wouldn't have did it. And man, I was scared, man, around her, man. I walked on eggshells, man. I was like, Lord have mercy. And then a couple of months go by, and what else happened? Boom, she get even promoted more. Then she a lieutenant. She even got more power. I'm like, Lord have mercy. You know what I'm saying? And she don't like me, so man, it just was a crazy dynamic. All because I simply said, do you got some protection? Or can you bring some protection? And that was it, man. That was it. She took that as just like a super duper insult. And I couldn't recover from that. Yeah, I couldn't recover from that, man. She ain't want nothing else to do with me, man. You know what I'm saying? And she ain't try to cross me, you know what I'm saying? She kept it moving. Even when she made lieutenant, I even know the dude that she started liking then. It was my homeboy, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. All them women in there gonna find somebody they gonna pick and choose that they like for whatever reasons. And if they want to make something happen, they gonna make something happen. You know what I'm saying? Period. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. But that was a crazy one, man. She was down on me, but I turned around and I said the wrong thing, which turned out to be the right thing for my, situation. But yeah, it just blew everything up, man. It was to her, it was just like total disrespect, But it's all perspective. The way she should have looked at it was respect. But it is what it is. But yeah, man, that was a wild one. That was a wild one. And then I eventually I ended up getting transferred a couple of months later anyway. So that was a good thing. Got me out of the fire, because I still feel like at any time that she wanted to, she could have just send me on up the river, got me crossed up, sent all up in the mountains. She could have said anything she wanted to. It would have been believed just like that. My words would have fell on deaf ears. And, I didn't do it. I don't know what she talked about. Woo, woo, woo. They would say, oh, yeah, well, you must have did it. Boom, 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 guilty. You out of here. Die. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, crazy, crazy situation, man. Just for asking that question, that one question, man. But it was needed. You know what I'm saying? It was needed, man. But anyway, man, y'all talk to me in the comments, man. I talk back, man. I know y'all probably had some fun with this one. I know a couple of y'all out there gonna be saying, you nervous, pervous. Yeah, I was. I certainly was. But, like I say, man, it's a blessing in every lesson, man. You know what I'm saying? And the blessing is, man, that, you sometimes you got to understand when, your wants and your needs, how to separate them, you know what I'm saying? What you need and what you want, it's two different things, man. And, I think what I needed was, what I got, you know what I'm saying, was to get out of that situation. What I wanted, could have got me in a worse situation. So, yeah, man. So it was all growing pains and learning lessons, man. But, you learn as you go. And I was learning, you know what I'm saying? And, a lot of times in this process, man, in this journey, in this walk that I went on, these 33 years, man, it was a higher power, man, thinking for me, man, because I can't even believe that I made some of these, decisions that needed to be made. It was the right decision that needed to be made at the right time. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, man, that worked out the only way it could have. Things like that, it had to be something else, man. But I'm thankful for that. I'm grateful for that, man. So, but as I say, man, you got to always think about what you do. Do not do what you think off the rip. Think about it first. But anyway, man, we on the road to 100K, man. We almost at 80K, man. Y'all talk to me, I talk back. Hit me in the comments, man. Y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man, and duck them hooks. They out. They out there, man. They everywhere, man. I ducked that hook. Bang!
The banking special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.